For some reason I was muted. That's weird. Hello, Al. Hello, Ashley. I swear I had the. I mean, obviously, there's no way I could get ready to go live this quickly. I had the go live screen ready to go. I had just selected random, and was about to hit go live, and then I look over at my phone, see if I had any notifications, and then I was like, oh, Al texted me, I ain't gonna go live yet, and then I looked, and it was like, what the fuck? That was so weird. I mean, I'm not entirely surprised, because it's us, but, you know, that's pretty crazy. Girl, did you survive your shift today, or am I talking to you beyond the grave? I think the 10 likes. Like. Beyond the grave. Like our song. Our, Ashley, thank you for inviting your fans to the broadcast. I appreciate that. Oh. Got a drumstick down. It's okay. I will always think of, like, I don't even see a cactus. I just see you. Okay, I do see a cactus, but it reminds me of you. For sure. I missed you so much. Graduation's on the 26th. So crazy. Oh my gosh, that's so soon. Also, today is apparently Bat Appreciation Day. Sort of getting there. First time on YouNow. Welcome to YouNow. I'm the self-proclaimed YouNow welcome bat. I'm gonna knock that over. Oops. Also, I low-key have bruises on my leg from drumming. It didn't even hurt, and then next thing I know, I have a bruise on my leg, and I was like, what the fuck? But I'm not done student teaching until May 2nd. Then move back to California that evening. Oh man. That sounds busy. How y'all doing? I still got homework for 2 more weeks, plus lesson planning all the time. Kindergartners are tiring and busy. I mean, I don't have any problem believing that at all. I was gonna go live earlier, like I was vaguely planning on going this evening, but then my stomach, and ended up taking a nap. For like over an hour. I mean, I didn't really sleep, but I very lightly dozed. So there's that. Also, who wants to do my therapy homework? Damn it. Also, it's Bat Appreciation Day. Bat Appreciation Day. Also, apparently it's not hold your drumsticks without dropping the day, because I've dropped this drumstick. Girl, I already did it. I know you did, but like, I feel like I need additional bullet points. Although, I'm gonna be honest, we probably won't even talk about it. Because that usually is what happens. Like she gives me homework to do, and then I mean I usually do it, but well, I always do my homework. But then we don't always talk about it because usually something comes up that ends up being more pressing. Food to talk about that, or whatever. What's the questions, girl? The questions are like fill in the blank type of stuff. She gave me 3 post-it notes, and she wants me to think about it. So I'm moving my head and talking like I'm talking in a filter. Struggle's real. Also, they got rid of the filter with my curlers in my hair. My curlers and my face cream. I'm not very happy about that. I was digging on that one. I feel least like me when... ... I don't know. When I'm not funny. That's gonna be my answer. What makes me happy? Making people laugh. I already did that. I kind of already answered that in therapy. I am valuable because ... I don't know. Like that's a weird question, right? I'm loyal. Boom. Homework done. But come to think of it, I think I am in therapy too. I said I'm loyal and I really care about people. Probably sometimes a little too much. Thug. Are you saying I'm valuable because I'm a thug? Girl, I need to write this down. I love your Snapchat filters. I've been laughing so hard. Good! That makes me so happy. What makes me happy? Making people laugh. That one's easy. The ones I'm having trouble with are I feel least like me when... I'm not good at answering these without being funny. For one. But no, when I feel least like me, I guess when I'm not being funny. Or when I tell a joke that's not funny. I mean, but like, I don't really feel like that, I don't know. Clifford, what's up? Clifford like the big red dog, but not. Do you get that a lot? I imagine you probably do. Among a certain generation, anyway. I am valuable because... I don't know. I'm an honorary Texan, and not many people can say that. Problem solved. Happy. Tegan and Sarah. Oh, I did say Tegan and Sarah. Things that make me happy. First I said making people laugh. Oh, I was also supposed to say I believe in, and then was supposed to fill in the blank, and I was like, laughter. And then I was like, Ellen DeGeneres, final answer. I believe in Ellen. Bats, music, K-pop. Drumsticks. My bad. Rainbows, non-hookers. Non-hookers, I like that. Also, yes, I am wearing my robe. Just because I'm in my Doctor Who... Oh, Doctor Who is another thing that makes me happy. Wearing my Doctor Who shirt that I never wear because it's too short. But I'm wearing it as PJs, so it's all good. But anyway, also my TARDIS blanket makes me happy. My Gryffindor throw makes me happy. My DSM makes me happy. My friends make me happy. Texas makes me happy when you're lying. I mean, that's not wrong. I mean, everybody lies. If you say you don't lie, then you're lying. But I don't really lie that much. Like, I'm not a very good liar. So, like, my mom can always tell if I'm lying. And she tells me, she's like, you are such a liar. And I'm not a liar, but it's usually when it's like, Quee in the house. Sup, homie? But it's not you to lie. So least like yourself. Oh, that's true. I feel least like me when I tell a lie and don't get caught. Because I'm so bad at lying. Damn it! I cannot hold a drumstick tonight to save my life. Shit. Quickly, how you doing? I taught the term hooker to my roommates this year and they love it and they're starting to use it. Yes! I am a trendsetter, evidently. So, I love how I took off my ring so I could practice twirling. This is what I was doing last night, Al, when we were talking on the phone. I was sitting here trying to do this. Really, though, considering I couldn't do it at all the other day. Apparently I can't do it tonight either. There we go. Al, I love that. I have to say, I just love it. Goodness sake. So y'all watching I've been on Instagram more with the filters because I really like those two filters that I keep using. And also, I don't know why, but on Snapchat, the past couple days, one of the reasons I haven't posted very many on there is because, girl, thank you for the 400 likes! You ain't gotta do that, but thank you! Lock. So, what was I gonna say? No memory of what I was talking about. I have no memory of what we were saying. What were we saying? You haven't been using Snapchat, thank you. Because for some reason when I'm talking, doing the filter thing, the visual, the video's not matching up with the audio, and it's bugging me. I haven't been posting them because I film them, and then it's not the same if you can't see it move in time. It drives me nuts. Oh, I noticed that. Okay, yeah, see? Like, it really grinds my gears. I'm excited. I'm gonna fly to Chicago to get a truck that I've been hunting for a while. Oh, snap, really? And Chicago, that's not really in my neck of the woods, but sorta. It's like 4 hours from here. I wondered if it was my phone. Okay, it was my phone. I mean, my phone, it's new enough to use to work filters now, but it's not that fancy, so maybe that's why. But on Instagram, well, there's only 2 that even mess with your voice on Instagram, and it's the 2 I've been using. But those seem to be okay. I don't know why, but whatever. And also, I've apparently developed those 2 filters into 2 little characters, it seems. Damn it. When are you doing that, Eric? And that is really exciting. Did y'all hear that Barbara Bush died? That's random, but... Kelsey, if you are still here, hello. This is dangerous business, twirling drumsticks. This weekend, oh snap. So are you going to, so you're flying there, are you going by yourself? Don't hit your face. Girl, I got this under control. We hope. Also, I keep showing my mom the ones the Snapchat things that I've been doing. Specifically the ones on Instagram lately, because I stopped using the ones on Snapchat because they broke. But my mom was like, you have to save these. And I was like, she's like, you have to save them and put them somewhere. And I was like, I mean, I guess I could put them on YouTube, like, into one video. And she was like, yeah, you can get famous. And I was like, okay, let's settle down. Get famous off of, 9-second, 11-second Instagram videos? Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, going by myself. I'll have to work this weekend. Ow! Hey, Eric, did you know that Marion, Indiana is on the way from Chicago to West Texas? I mean, it depends on, like, which direction you're looking at the map. But, like, it's kind of right there. You know? Actually, no, because if you stopped off to visit with me, Al would kill you. Especially if you stopped off to visit with me and didn't bring me back. She'd kill you. I mean, I think that's safe to say. Like, you'd at least be sleeping on a couch. Or in the doghouse. The literal doghouse. Because y'all have dogs. Anyway. Live underground. What up? Also, elf. Elf is German for 11. Fun fact. Carly is famous. I mean, there's 7 people in here right now, and 1 is me. So I wouldn't say that that's famous. But, I'm Katie's website famous. Shall we say? Even that's a little bit of a stretch. Like that one hooker on YouTube, who was saying shitty things and was like, if you were a longtime viewer, you would know. And I was like, excuse me, hooker? I am a long viewer, thank you very much. That one hooker. Girl, you know who I'm talking about. You play the drums. I actually don't play the drums. Common misconception. It actually is a common misconception because I play with drumsticks all the time. And I'm learning to twirl a drumstick with my left hand. Oh my gosh. But I'm way better at it with my right hand. Well, it looks cool. Well, thank you. It's very sweet of you. I play air drums, but is it air drums if you use real drumsticks? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? It's kind of the same dilemma. Not really, at all. I go to New York for a week towards the end of May. I have a few hour layover in Texas on my trip. Oh, I had a layover in Texas once. It was fun. Or wait. Twice. It was fun. It actually was. Well, okay. That's not entirely true. The one going there was fun. The one leaving was not fun. It was me trying not to cry in public. And failing. Trying and failing to not cry in public. Texas forever. Remember that time I went to therapy? And I was wearing my amazing Texas beanie, which is my favorite beanie ever. And then Ange saw my beanie and said, I love your hat. Texas forever, right? And I was like, You're damn right, Texas Forever. Psh, plays Landslide. That's a knee slapper. That's a knee slapper, man. That will never not be funny. Depends on the airport, it can be fun. Al and I had a layover in Dallas, and they had a bunch of local musicians performing that day. Oh, that's cool. They didn't have any musicians. What is a musician? A magician, musician? They didn't have any musicians when I was at the Dallas, not Fort Worth, or whatever it's called. Dallas Love. There was not any musicians, but there was an interesting store. It was very cowboy themed. I was excited. However, I didn't actually have that much time, and I had way more time when I had my layover in Houston. But even then, that still went by pretty quickly. I like that store. Okay, I'm glad you know what I'm talking about. But I didn't go in because I thought I had more time than I did, and I did not. But also, I was about to cry, and there was nobody in the store, which you'd think would be a good thing. But then I knew the salesperson would definitely talk to me, and I was like about to burst into tears, and then did burst into tears. So I decided to go to the bathroom and hang out in the bathroom stall. So there was. Yeah, fun times crying in the bathroom stall. That could be a song. If that doesn't sound like a country song, I don't know what does. Also, have you guys seen Carrie Underwood's new face? Because I haven't, but I heard about it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you know. But yeah, I was surprised at how easy the Houston airport was to navigate. But maybe it was because it was easy because I was staying with the same airline. Oh. What? Carrie Underwood, the tune I thought of was country. Okay, good. Fun times crying in the bathroom stall, reading sad things written all on the wall. Al can write it. I am not a Houston airport fan. It was very loud and busy. It was like the gate where, like when I landed in Houston and then got off the plane, that gate was super. It was like dead. There was like hardly anybody in it, and that was cool. And I was like, oh snap, this is the big, busy Houston airport, huh? Like, and then I found a bathroom and peed, and then I started wandering. And then it got real busy, real quick. I mean, it was already busy. But I was scared to death that I wasn't going to be able to navigate it, and I could. I did. No problem at all. So I was thrilled with that. And Dallas Love was very easy to navigate as well. However, the Midland Odessa airport was surprisingly difficult. The only people who will know that that is funny is Al and Eric, because literally has 5 gates. El Sancho, what's up? Deborah, what's up? Thank you for 10 likes. Like. Rawr. Thank you for the dino sticker. I freaking love dinosaurs. And Jurassic World 2 comes out June 22nd. I am so excited. I'm going by myself to watch it. I don't even care. Of course, I'm going to go early, so it's only $4. And if you go early, there's no crowd. It's great. And if you go to the first showing of the day, they show it with closed captioning, which comes in handy for our hearing impaired folk. Thank you for inviting your fans to the broadcast. Big spender, I know, right? When you broke, that's what you do, you know. Hey, Kwee, why am I valuable? I can catch tumbleweeds in my pajamas. Ange is gonna be like, she's not gonna know a damn thing. A damn thing. She's not gonna, like, believe a damn thing I said. I don't even know what whatever. Mystic Beauty, what's up? Thus it was said unto the peasants. Ah, how can you know success of the crimson sun without the light shining to show us the success? Touché. That has to be one. Tumbleweeds? I need to write this down. Take a horse and give unto it a saddle filled with gold. Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You know, it's just the way it is. Just have Ange watch the stream and homework is done. Boom! There you go, Ange. That was not one, but a 2 drumstick drop. Copyright team. 2 drumstick drop. Actually, we might not want to copyright that because I'll never remember where that came from. Oh no, instead of a mic drop. That was loud. LOL, we're gonna get more this year. I'm sure it's windy and dry. I'm so excited. Dost thou haveth tattooeths? You wanna be friends? You're funny. Yes. I have tattoos. I have 10 tattoos. Dost thou haveth tattooeths? Hashtag Shakespeare. Deborah, how's it going? 10 viewers in the house. Al, thank you for capturing that moment. I knew you were going to. I just knew it. Almost OG 11. I know, right? It's been a minute. It's been an ethnic minute since I've had like 11 or more viewers in my at once. Oh, you're working tonight? Boo. I've got a Palomino horse with Versace saddle. Cocaine cowboy. Oh, it's your Friday? Well, that's good. Oops. Thou does not have tattooeths, for thou comprehend what to stencil into the eternal parchment that is my skin. Eternal parchment that is my skin. That's good. That is gold. Genuinely love that. I'm getting you up because of that. Oh my gosh, wannabe comedian? I talk about my imaginary comedy career all the time. My imaginary internet comedy career. This girl is on fire. What up, Alicia Keys reference? Gotta go. Alright, Deb. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. think of the likes. Luckily, I still have lots of days left with kindergartners this week, but almost my last day. 10 actual days of teaching left. Then your girl is an early childhood teacher. Hell yeah! Have a very good night, Bats. I'm out. Aight. Take care. Thanks for hanging out, yo. Chocolate and wine. What is up? How's it going? Doth thou want an interview where comedy? Oh snap. How long does it take you to like figure out what you're gonna say when you talk like that? I'm not being a smartass. I'm genuinely curious. Wait, I'm supposed to be practicing with this hand. Thank you for the sticker. BRB. Alright, cool. Also, so wait. Also, y'all, I have 3, like, snazzy journals that I've literally never used because I'm saving them for, like, the right occasion. This is something that y'all might not know about me. I have these journals that I'm saving for the right occasion. And I just use regular notebooks if I feel like writing, like journaling, any other time. And actually 2 of them Katie gave to me. And one of them, wait, it is in the instant that thy finger touches the keys. Press it. Shift because caps lock is for peasants. And I drone in the monologue of thy mind. Oh my god. Totally dead. Oh, snap. That's funny. Presseth shift because caps lock is for peasants. Oh man. I want to get that tattooed on me. Caps lock is for peasants. Oh, snap. Anyway, this is the best is yet to come. This is every thought creates your future, which is so true, is it not? Every thought creates your future. It's true if you think about it. Boom! Be kind to one another. This is the one Katie sent me for my 3-year anniversary. She wrote a sweet little note in it. But anyway, yeah, I'm saving this. I'm saving all of them for like a special occasion. But then I think of things like, what if I die tomorrow? I don't want to die tomorrow. I hope to God I don't die anytime soon. I'd like to live another, 70. Yeah, 70 years. That's oh my god, that's a long ass time, Yvonne. I mean, whatever, I'm into it. I'm committed at this point to, breathing. But anyway, I keep thinking like, why wait? But I also keep thinking like, maybe let's wait until I have my life together a little bit. And then we'll talk. Or write in this case. Oops. We got some postcards down, or post-its down. Also, look, this is the first ever appointment card Ange gave me. I have it. Y'all want to see the rest of my appointment cards? Check this out. Boom! From the last year. No joke. This is how crazy your girl is. Look at this shit. All appointment cards. Boom. did not just demonstrate sanity, did I? Nope. No, I did not. The time is now, Carly-san. Oh shit, that was funny. Thy has to grab brew from the fridge. Thy hasteth, Mike's harder lemonade that shall quench thy alcohol addiction. Oh snap, Joey Baseball, what is up? So awesome, committed to breathing. I know, right? Wow, that's a lot. I know, it's from the last year. And that also, that's not even every appointment, because sometimes I don't have... One time she wrote it down on an actual index card. And then a lot of times my sessions get canceled, and then she texts me to tell me when my next appointment is. And in time, there was a little bit of a disaster, and she forgot to give me a card. And I freaked out afterwards, after I realized. I was like, oh my god, you didn't give me a card! And she was like, oh no! She's like, don't freak out, I promise your appointment is valid. Write this down. So that was funny. Joey Baseball, thank you for 50 likes. Like. After May 2nd, I have to decide again with help once I move back home. Hell yeah, do it. It's hashtag worth it. So wait, our new friend, what should I call you? Rajulio? Is that how you say it? Listen, I'm not a linguist. Thy hath returned with the bounties of the bounties of the fridge. Rahulio. Oh, okay. Okay, Rahulio. I like that. Rahulio. Well, nice to meet you, Rahulio. You delight. I'm not gonna lie, when you first came in, I was a little worried that you was a troll. But you're fun. I like you. You're fun. Smirnoff Ice Smash Lemon Lime shall quench thy thirst for alcohol. It is a pleasure to meet you, Carly, but really bad. Oops. Today is Bat Appreciation Day. Welcome to the Bat Cave, where currently visible more Harry Potter and Doctor Who things, and also the DSM. Oh. I have more of those things than... My wrist is starting to hurt from drumstick twirling. We promise we somewhat sane. Yeah, somewhat. Except for when... Never mind. May I do a guesting with you so I may interview you? I mean, right now? Oops. I kind of want to, but at the same time, I'm waiting for my girlfriend to get off. Yes, right now is the moment in time. The present. Al, do you have to work in the morning? Or are you off tomorrow? No, you don't have to work in the morning? Right, meow. I almost want to wait for Rachel. Did you get your phone? I did get my phone. I have not switched servers. And there's like next to no memory on it. But there's still more memory than my current phone. So, which is super old. Which is why it like, won't hold a charge and all this stuff. But yes, they sent me finally a replacement phone. So I'm waiting for the case to come in. Like, whatever. The case to get here. And then, I found a cheap case for like $5 free shipping on eBay. So that's exciting. I haven't seen Rachel in many months. Many moons. I mean, you know, it'll take 6 months for the service to get switched. Probably. Yes, Rachel is a recluse. Do you know Rachel? Are you talking about biblical Rachel? Was biblical Rachel, was she kind of a hooker? Oh no, wait. That was Mary Magdalene. False alarm. Rachel, she was the, I knew how. Oh, that Rachel, that was that, what was that dude's name where he worked for Rachel's dad for like years because he wanted to marry her, and then he gets to his wedding day and he's like up at the altar, he sees his bride come down the thing and he's like, oh, that's weird, she walking like she normally does, and then they get to they take off the veil. This is how my Bible teacher told the story, except less ghetto sounding. She was an old lady. This is really how it happened. So he worked for 7 years, and then on their wedding day, she walks down the aisle and she's got her veil down, and then they take the veil back and he sees not Rachel or whatever. I think Rachel's the one he wanted, right? And then her older sister, because like she's got to be married first. You would think that since they're both living in the same times, that he would be aware of the customs of that time and era, and like general, you know, Bible teacher, as in like my regular teacher in first grade-ish, who also taught Bible class at a Baptist school. And yeah, and then he was like, he went to his soon-to-be father-in-law and was like, "Excuse me? I just worked 7 years for your daughter's hand in marriage, and this is what you give me? You gave me the wrong daughter, sir." And he was like, "She's older. She gotta be married first. That's how it goes." And then he's like, "You want her? You gotta work for me for seven more years." And he was like, "Deal." But he, you know, then he stuck with this one. So guess who got 2 wives and 14 years a slave? Is that what that movie's about? Oh no, that's 12 years a slave. Never mind. False alarm. You went to a private Baptist school? I did. For 7 years, and then I went to and then yeah, I went to Baptist school for like an ethnic minute, and then that means a long time, and then I went to a Christian school for a year, and then I went to a public school for 1 day, and then I cried and my mom didn't make me go back. And then I went to, then I was homeschooled, and then I went to the Touchdown Cactus, and then I was homeschooled, and then I went to Catholic school, and then I went to and then I finished school, and then I went to college. That is why he must marry them both. Share the love. Share the love and joy with eldest and not the youngest, depending on age. What a time to be alive to hear this, Carly. It's like Bible stories, Thug Edition. I know a lot about, like, the Bible, because I went to Baptist school for a million years. We used to have to learn um, a new Bible every week. Thy must go, thy homies be at to play Fortnite. Fortnite is one of my favorite words, for real. Thou shalt exhaust thy anger and frustrations, and thy shall be back on YouNow to get thy scoop. Okay, I do want to guest with you sometime, when you're not playing Fortnite, and also maybe when Rachel's here, because she would get a kick out of this. But I do want to guest with you sometime, and I hope I will see you again soon. And have fun playing Fortnite. You have been a joy. Like, genuinely. You made me laugh. I went to a public school for 13 years. I mean, I just wasn't cut out for it. Yes, it's shopping. I'm so excited. I know, for the I was there. That's true. Touche. Goodbye, farewell, when the stars align. Oh my god, I love that, when the stars align. Rahulio, my new friend. MLA is huge. Yeah! Those motherfuckers! We had to use MLA my whole life. You know, middle school and then high school. Then they made us use APA. You know what I did? I wrote an MLA. They didn't even notice. Made me do format in college too. I'd have a couple classes that said we could do either MLA or APA. And then sometimes they were like, do APA, and I was like, bitch, I ain't doing APA. You do APA. And I literally wrote it in MLA, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. And guess what? I got 105 on that paper, so like 105%. So clearly it didn't matter. My school either makes us do APA, or they made up one called GCU style, which is in between APA and MLA. 105%. Yes, I did. It was like, you know, supposed to be out of 100. And my teacher gave me 105. And I was real dumb, and I wrote somebody's paper for them, and they turned it in, I think, like 5 days late, and he got a 95. Which means I got a 95 after turning it in a week late. I think it might have actually been a week late. It was either 3 or 5 days, maybe. I don't think it was an actual week. I just didn't write. I assure you I was not an overachiever. It was for a social work class. And we basically got to pick what we wanted to write about. And I picked, it was psychology related. Who wrote papers for other kids? It's complicated, but I didn't. That was, like, not me. That was not a thing that I did. Bergen, what's up? That's the first and only time I ever did that. And I wrote his paper for him because he wasn't going to write it. And she's not confirming nor denying. He wasn't going to write it, and I was an idiot. And didn't want him to fail because he was going to fail out of school. I used to skip class to go wake him up because he wouldn't get his lazy ass out of bed. Because I had 3 classes in a row, and sometimes I'd skip my second one to go back to, because he was my neighbor. And I would, like, go wake him up and make him get up and go to class with me. so he could get attendance points. I was dumb. I was real dumb. I was also over the moon for him at the time. So that's why I was dumb. Like, that's dumb though. It's not my responsibility. I should not have done that. And he literally never even told me thank you for writing his paper for him. And that motherfucker got a 95% when it was late. You were his mother. I mean, if your mom writes papers for you, or a paper for you, yeah, I mean, you know, he was an idiot. We dated. Hey Morgan, what's up? We dated, and then he cheated and got back together with his ex-girlfriend, and then avoided me for a week, and I just didn't know why he was avoiding me. And then somebody else told me what happened. I think it's 50 likes. Like. And then I was still still liked him. Still was crazy about him. And then later, the next year, he ended up hooking up with my best friend at the time, behind my back. And then it happened again a couple years later, because it stopped, because I went ape shit. And then a couple years later, happened again. And I was like, nope, done. Done. Roy, first time on YouNow, welcome to YouNow. And then, a couple years after that, 3 years after that, I find out that they had been secretly dating for over a year. And now, they're married. And they scheduled their wedding reception for the weekend of the anniversary of my father's death. The first anniversary of my father's death. And then I had to see pictures pop up on Facebook, because it didn't occur to me in time to unfollow my friends that were going. So I got to see a bunch of pictures pop up of the happy couple. And I was like, I don't know how I didn't die that week of just sadness, stress, all of that shit. That girl can catch me outside. Oh, I love that. Good guys finish last. Oh, he is scum. He is actual scum. I mean, I know what good guys finish last means, but he's scum. He belongs in jail, to be honest. Avoiders are hookers. JK, I'm included too, because I avoid stuff a lot. Well, there's a difference. But yeah, that didn't feel real good, you know? Scum always gets the girl. Well, to be honest, they're kind of perfect for each other, because they're both batshit crazy. Like, I shit you not, I have only taken therapy with me one time, and it was my ex-best friend. And because we were trying to figure out with my therapist a time when I could, because I was having to leave school, having to leave college, and we were trying to coordinate with that and everything. So it was it was legit. It's not like I just wanted her there for moral support or something. So, not that there's anything wrong with that, but so she comes to therapy with me, and I'm sitting here. My therapist is sitting across from me, and then she's sitting to my left. And I was so sad, so depressed. And my therapist was like, and how does that, how does that make you want to react? Or how does it make you feel? And I was like, I just feel like punching something. But I said it so sad and was looking down when I said it. The next thing I know, and I wasn't mad. I was just it just makes me feel like punching something. And if anything, I sounded like I was about to start crying. And this crazy ass, my best friend at the time, punched me in the face. I swear to you, I have a dent in my jaw right here from her hit there before she hit me, and it is there now, and it's still there. And I was like, it hurts so bad. She completely sucker punched me. And I was like, what the fuck? And, I mean, I don't know if it's that. I mean, I just know that this spot, it's like a dent. I don't even know if that makes sense. But there, I don't know if it makes medical sense. But I am telling you, I did not have this dent right there. And what the fuck? And my therapist didn't even know what to do. She just sat there and was like, just completely blown away. Because what the fuck would you do? You know, it's not like we were fighting each other. I was just sitting there and out of nowhere, bam! This girl, she's actually nuts. Like, actually nuts. I mean, I could tell you other stories. It's just not, they're not even believable. That's how crazy she is. So they're like kind of just meant for, you know what I'm saying? But it just sucks because I lost my group of friends from college because they think I like overreacted because I don't want to be around him. I'm not like, you know, whatevs. Been that bitch. That got me so good. Copyright 2018, girl, you gotta add that to the list. Oh my god. Oh shit. She just sucker punched you for no reason. I swear, that's exactly what happened. I was sitting there, and I said, it just makes me feel like punching something. Because I was frustrated that I was being made to leave school. Like, I lost my financial aid and I was having to leave school. And I said, I was like, it just makes me feel like punching something. I was about to start crying. And the next thing I know, she hits me. And then I'm like, what the fuck? Why did you do that? And she goes, you want to, then I'm going to hit you. What? To teach me a lesson? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Does not make any sense at all. She's nuts. She also, I don't even want to say it because it doesn't even make sense. She jumped on my mother's back. Me and my mom, we didn't even really get into an argument, but like, I was exhausted. It's a long, but story short, I raised my voice, and my mom sort of raised her voice just because I was raising my voice, but we weren't yelling at each other. It was just like a frustrating situation. And I was starting to cry, and I didn't want to cry in front of my mom, my sister, and this hooker, my ex-best friend. And so I go to leave, and I go downstairs, and after a couple seconds, my mom's like, okay. So she goes to go downstairs as well, not to follow me, but just to go downstairs. And so she turns to walk, and then my ex-best friend runs across the room and jumps on my mother's back. Like, not being fun, like thinking that literally was like jumped on my mom's back and was like dangling from her shoulders. Also, you should know that my ex-best friend was like 2 pounds. Al, have I not told you this? Oh my god. I couldn't remember if I told you or not. I swear. She jumped on my mother's back. I didn't see this, but my mom obviously would not make this up, and also my sister there and witnessed it. And they were so like, what the fuck? that they didn't tell me for 2 years. They didn't tell me for 2 years because they didn't want it to affect our friendship. And then when my ex-best friend told me, she was like, "Oh, hi, I've been secretly dating your ex-boyfriend for over a year and didn't tell you." After that, I was having a very hard time coping. And my mom just went ahead and told me. And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" But the thing is, I didn't really have a problem believing it. Like, that's how nuts she is. She's kind of crazy. And also, in regard to the her punching me in the jaw thing, after we left my therapist's office at the end of the session, I was just in total shock. I was just complete disbelief. Like, what the... You literally just punched me for literally no reason. And also in front of my therapist. In my therapist's office. What? And I just kept saying... I was holding my jaw. We were walking back to our apartment. And I was holding my jaw. And I was like... I can't believe you hit me. You actually punched me in the face. You punched me and what? I was just in total disbelief. Then she was like, "Hit me back, hit me back, hit me back." And I was like, "I'm not gonna hit you back. Like, I'm not I mean, if we were actually in a fight, like, maybe, but you could punch me and then, like, what? You know?" And that's the only time I've ever been punched in the face. Hopefully it'll be the only time. I'm not really someone that gets punched in the face, you know? Like, I mean, just because I don't really partake in situations that would get me punched in the face. I don't know. I've never been punched in the face. Yeah, you don't want to be. It's very painful. But I just kept going. I was just holding my jaw and was just in total shock. I was just like, I can't believe you hit me. I cannot believe you actually punched me. And then she's like, hit me back, just hit me back. And I was like, I'm not gonna hit you back. Like, what is wrong with you? Then she started getting in my face, like getting close to me. By the way, she's way shorter than me. And she was like, hit me back, hit me back, hit me back. Like, I swear to God, she was doing that. And like going up on her tippy toes to like get closer to my facial region. And I was like, I'm not hitting you back. Like, what is wrong with you? She's fucking nuts. Way shorter. I'm 5'9.5", 5'9.5", and she's like 5'6". So I mean, she's a few inches shorter than me. Enough to where, like, she doesn't need to be, like, in my face, you know? I mean, she didn't need to be in my face anyway. It doesn't matter her height. That's my height. Okay, yeah, she's probably, like, she might be a little shorter than you. I was thinking, like, 4'11". Okay, it wasn't that funny. Like, she's a normal height, but, like, normal height? She's a normal height. But, she's, you know, I mean, I'm tall, but, like, it's just weird. It's weird that she wanted me to hit her back so much. It's weird that she was getting in my face. It's weird that she sucker punched me in front of my therapist in my therapist's office. Like, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. And she jumped on my mother's back. What? That doesn't even... What? She's weird, to say the least. She's fucking crazy. She is nuts. And there are so many other examples. And when... I remember, like, when I started talking to Katie, um, some years ago or whatever, and then this went down. I didn't talk to Katie around this time. I didn't talk to her for like, I think it was like 2 weeks or a little over 2 weeks, and I think that's the longest we've ever gone without talking. And then she was like, "Hey, what's going on? I haven't heard from you in a while." And I think something happened on the website, and I messaged her, and she's like, "Hey, it's been way too long. Like, what's been going on?" And I was like, well, my best friend, Emily?" She's like, "Yeah, what about her?" And I was like, "Ah!" And then I told her, and she was like, I'm sorry, what?" And she's like, "That's her." And then I eventually told her about, like, her punches and, like, all this stuff. Thank you for the emojis, the hearts and the flowers. I love that. You punched your sister in the face? I mean, did she deserve it? 'Cause I was literally just sitting there. Literally just sitting there. And I was sad. I was really sad. Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. Like, you don't strike me. You don't strike me, meaning I don't know you at all. You're not somebody who would hit somebody just for no reason. Apparently Emily is. She's nuts. And she's also an emotional driver. Like, she will let her emotions affect her driving, and it scares the shit out of me. And she's just very careless in a lot of ways, and it always drove me nuts. Like, she's just so careless with her debit card or her credit cards or her change when she gets money back, or like I can't tell you how many times she's dropped her credit card and just totally oblivious because she doesn't pay any attention. And she doesn't look very much when she backs up, and she has hit so much shit, and I'm like, and she thinks she's a good driver. I'm like, listen, just because you haven't gotten any, like, she's not a good driver at all, and it makes me very anxious. And also, she's got this habit of when we were driving in the car, and I'm talking to her, she's driving, I'm talking to her. If I look over at her, I swear to you, she's like, yeah, Like, you do realize you don't have to look at me to talk to me? So I'd stop looking at her and or would look out the window because does she spit? She sounds like a spitter. Oh, hey Scorpion, what's up? Thank you for the stickers. Oh my gosh. She sounds like a spitter. She can be. She can be. Scorpion, thank you for inviting your fans to the broadcast. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, she could be a spitter. She's very weird, and yeah, she's my best friend. She was my best friend for like 7 years. Yeah, she was my roommate for 4 years. And then July 11th, 2015, she told me that she had been secretly dating my ex-boyfriend behind my back for over a year. At what point in the 7 years did you start to notice she's gray? Ow, girl, thank you for inviting your fans to the broadcast. I mean, I'd say probably like a few months in. Well, we lived together, so I saw her, literally every day. And yeah, so I got like small glimpses of it. But it wasn't anything major, really. And really, it's one of those things where, like, you don't even quite realize how nuts she is until you're kind of, like, out. Until you're kind of out of it and away from it, and then you're like, oh my god, she's actually crazy. Like, she is nuts. And more than anything, I don't know, she's just nuts. And she's also disloyal. But the thing is that she's very loyal. She's very loyal. So for her to do that and still remain loyal in every other way, it's weird. It's very confusing as well. That fucked me up. Like, I was still having nightmares about that a year later. Over a year later. Like, the morning of July 20th, 2016, I was having a nightmare. A horrible nightmare about that situation. Also, if you don't know, I just remember dates. It's not unusual for me. Did her crazy start to become normal? I mean, yeah. And the funny thing is, though, well, it's not really funny, but, like, her parents thought that I changed her. Like, they didn't want her living with me because I had tattoos and piercings. I had my lip pierced. And they thought that I was changing her. And I'm like, just because she started... I mean, I don't entirely blame them because she did change a lot when she moved into our apartment, me and my friend Michelle. But it didn't have anything to do with me. And I just don't... I hated that they were so... It wasn't so much her dad, it was more her mom. Her dad's a pastor, by the way. A Lutheran pastor. And her dad has always liked me, and he's always been super, super, super nice and sweet to me. So if he didn't like me, he hid it well. Her mom, however, not so much. She's not very good at hiding stuff. It's just a casual thing we know now. Carly has an interesting memory. I do. I have an eidetic memory. At what point... we got a drumstick down. At what point does it go from entertaining to scary? Of course her dad is a pastor, now it always... Yeah. Her dad is a Lutheran pastor. She's the oldest of 3 kids. Yeah. Like I said, her dad always seemed like he liked me. Her mom would seem like she liked me sometimes, and then she just wouldn't, and she's very judgmental, and held it against me a big time that I had tattoos and piercings, and she probably didn't like that I wasn't Lutheran, because she's the type of person that says, like, oh, so-and-so found, has a fiance, he's a good Lutheran boy, or, good Lutheran girl, or whatever, and I'm like, first pastor's wife, you're not very nice. And it always just hurt my feelings, to be honest, because she thought that I was, like, scum, and it just really, and I did like her family. I was really close with her sister. Her brother is funny, but kind of weird. Well, he's not really, he is weird, but he's just, like, quiet, and wasn't always easiest to, like, get talking. But I was there so much, throughout the years. He opened up to me a bit, warmed up to me, I guess I should say, as much as he warms up to anybody. But, yeah, I really liked her family, and it really hurt my feelings that her mom just thinks I'm a bad influence or thinks I'm horrible or whatever, or I have no morals because I have tattoos and piercings and I'm not Lutheran or overtly Christian or whatever. And it just like, I mean, I don't, of course I don't like it when people don't like me, because who wouldn't, who wants people to not like them, you know? But it's not just that. It's like, she's wrong about me. It's not like our personalities don't get along. It's that she thinks that I'm a horrible person and I'm not. And that really hurts my feelings. Genuinely. Still to this day. Like, part of me wants to tell her, like, I mean, I won't, because what's the point? But, I want her to know that someday that I would love for her to know that she was wrong about me. I want people to not like me. Well, she must love her son-in-law. I know. That's another thing that I do find funny, is there is no way she likes him. If she did not like me, oh my gosh. Also, he is the biggest pothead. Not that there's, I mean, you know, I'm not against that, but like me, because of my tattoos and piercings. He's had lots of piercings. I don't think he has any now. But he's covered in tattoos that aren't visible. Like, he's got some on his legs and his chest. I don't know if he has any on his arms or what now, but he's very, very, very artificially charming, and he's very he's a con artist. He really, really, really is a con artist. First time on YouNow. Welcome to YouNow. But yeah, he's absolutely a con artist, and he thinks they're very charming, and he is, but I can see past his bullshit. But yeah, and then when he steals money from people, he doesn't steal it, but he manipulates you into giving it to him. Kind of like how he manipulated me into writing a paper for him and, you know, trying to help him fill out his FAFSA for financial aid and do all this other stuff. And you know, I mean, it's on me too. Like, I just was too naive to see past his bullshit. But sounds like a con artist. Yeah. And he thinks he's so slick. It's ridiculous how slick he thinks he is. Maureen, what's up? It didn't tell me you came in. It just said, hey. I mean, showed up. Okay, now it says you're here. But yeah, he's a piece of shit, quite frankly. How are you? I am doing fairly well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Good morning to you as well. It's technically morning here. It's 1 a.m. Anytime someone needs my help, I suddenly have no idea how to do it. That's where acting ignorant helps. I'm not doing so well, but yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Maureen. Still being a positive llama. That's good. Every thought creates your future. I'm dehydrated. I need to hydrate. Struggle is real. Practicing drum twirling is hard. Dehydrating. It's okay. No one was injured in the dropping of that drumstick. So anyway. Oh man. It was awful because one of my professors caught on to my ignorant act and literally said to me, "I know you're smarter than you portray yourself to be." Uh-oh. Busted! You're seeing an infectious disease doctor in 2 weeks. Hell yeah! Wait, that's good, right? I'm assuming that's good. Because they'll be able to help. That's good, yeah, okay, good. I mean, it's not good that you have to see the doctor, but it's good that you're able to. I know what it is now. Is it cold in Indiana? It is. I got the heat going. I have my warm PJ pants on. Got my pants tucked into my socks, like so. I got my robe on. I think it's like in the 30s right now. It's supposed to warm up a little bit this week, but it was like snowing on Monday. Meanwhile, my area is on full blast. I mean, that's a desert, I suppose. I think my sister's glad she no longer lives in Arizona. Sorry, nobody in particular just texted me. It is going to be 22 degrees today, and tomorrow it's going to be 24 degrees. Holy crap, that is way warmer than it is here. It's like 4 Celsius or something like that right now. Let me see. Crap, I just got to refresh. Okay, it's negative. What is that, -1? -1 Celsius right now, which is 30. So that's good. Gonna get down to -2 in a couple hours. So, but then like high of 11 Celsius for Wednesday, 9 Celsius Thursday, 12 Friday, 12 Saturday, 15 Sunday, 18 Monday, 19 Tuesday, and 16 Wednesday. 19, what is that? 66. That should be nice if the sun's out. Oh my god, you have to become a drummer. You can twirl the stick, oh my god. I can twirl it with this hand. Nothing is more Dutch than talking about the weather. Really? Apparently the Midwest is also Dutch, because I can't really do it. Well, I'm getting better with this hand. I've been able to twirl a drumstick with this hand for years. But I never tried to teach myself with this hand until, what, yesterday? Day before that? I was practicing yesterday. only like 45. Won't be in Arizona as of, thank you for 50 likes. Like. I actually do want electric drums because I don't want to mess with analog drums. All Americans do is talk about the weather. I feel like that's probably true. It'll be in the 30s Celsius this week. No, thank you. Is Rarley still a thing? Rarley is still a thing. Yeah. We just had our Rarley-versary, actually. Oh my god, then it was your anniversary 2 weeks ago. Then it was your anniversary 2 weeks ago. Yes, it was. Oops. Keep dropping my drums. Talk about Rarley and I get nervous and drop my drumsticks. I've been dropping my drumsticks all night, but congrats. Thank you. Yep. Also good memory. When are you getting married? I don't know. I scare people with my memory. I do too. They usually think I've gotten like, oh my god, you stalker, a lot throughout my life because they think. But see, I wouldn't think that was weird. Well, I would think it's weird, not weird, but in the same way that other people might think it's weird, but I would think it's weird as in unique, because a lot of people do not have a memory like that. Carly can go toe to toe on memory. I try to delete memories and they refuse to go away. I have some of those as well. That's for sure. Memory has been bad the last 6 months because of Lyme disease, but everything before that is intact. I feel you on that. Not on the Lyme disease, obviously, but I can't even remember what I was saying. But grief has done that for me a lot. I mean, I know like memory in depressed people is worse because it affects the hippocampus, and yeah, or people who are depressed, I believe, have smaller hippocampuses, and that affects memory. But grief, like I started calling it dead dad brain because it was such a drastic change. I have an outstanding memory for bad things. Same! I scare Sophie a lot with my memory. I'm used to scaring people. They think I'm like obsessive or creepy or a stalker, or maybe sometimes they think that like a specific date affected me more than it should because I remember it easily, and I'm like, okay, maybe it did affect me more than it should, but like I just remember dates. I can't help it. Sometimes I don't, you know, but when I do remember a date, I can't help that I remember it. I just do. I am obsessive though, but I'm not a creepy stalker. I mean, I think I have obsessive tendencies for sure. I'm obsessive about everything I do. I mean, I kind of am. I kind of am also. Um, but yeah, I'm impressed that I'm very impressed that you remembered um, me and Rachel's anniversary. Yeah, it was like um, a week and a half ago. I'm trying to do math. It was right before VidCon Europe. I told Sophie that I thought Riley was a thing. You were right. You were absolutely right. Because didn't it happened it happened during. Was it during or right after? It was April 9th. April 9 and 3/4. What up, Harry Potter reference? How would you define obsessive? Um, it's like not necessarily bad. It's like it's where did my drumstick go? Oh, there it is. It's like when I like something, like Batman or Doctor Who or Harry Potter or dinosaurs or Dr. Seuss or Texas or whatever. It's like when I find something that interests me, I want to learn like everything about it and like all this stuff. Damn, Daniel, thank you for becoming a fan. I appreciate that. But oops, I'm obsessing over bad things. Oh, I tend to do that too. Sunday, April 9th, 2017. Yep, it was a Sunday. But see, we say, because we stayed up literally all night, talking, which was, that's not the only time we've ever done that. But then we stayed up and it was like, it was April 9th when the conversation started. It was April 9th for both of us? Yes, both of us when the conversation started. And then we stayed up all night. I think I went to bed at like 10 a.m. my time. Like, yeah, I think it was like 10 a.m. my time, which is insane. I mean, hashtag worth it, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, it was an amazing conversation, but it was long, right? And then, but see, so when we went to bed, it was the beginning of April 9th for me, but it was April 9th was just ending for her because of the time difference. So by the time we went to bed, it was like just before midnight her time. So still April 9th. But then, we weren't exactly sure on the exact time, you know what I'm saying? But because of the time difference, so then like after we went to sleep and then we woke up, then that day was April 10th for her and April 9th for me. So when we woke up, I was like, so wait, was it April 9th or April 10th? Because the conversation was so long and all that. I mean, that in a good way, in case you can't tell. And she was like, I guess April 9.5, LOL. And I was like, oh, April 9 3/4. And I was so excited. And she thought that was funny and awesome. So that is our day. Like I something bothers me, I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, I'm the same. I am the same. Have you ever watched Katie's video on thought stopping? Because it's actually pretty helpful. I told Sophie on April 9th, but I just knew it because of the vibe around you guys. I mean, you were right. I came back for a few because I ended mine and can hear you now. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for inviting your fans and the stickers earlier, Scorpion. I appreciate that. How are you doing? Stop Thoughts. Yeah, if you YouTube search Katie Morton thought stopping, it should pop up. I said April 7th. Yeah, you called it. You definitely called it. I've noticed that about you, though, that you pick up on things. Like, I don't know if anybody else picked up on that, but I've noticed it with other things, too, that you picked up things. I invited my fans. I really need to stop clicking the wrong buttons. Yeah, I think you did invite your fans. It was easy to tell very early on. Was it? Because, I mean, it's not that I don't believe you, but because some people didn't believe. We told everybody that we were a thing, like officially a thing, not just a fake, fun, hypothetical thing. We were a real, fun, actual thing. I used to be able to predict people's animals. I'm sensitive. Yeah. I'm definitely sensitive. But yeah. But I've noticed that I've actually talked to Rachel about this before, about how I've noticed that you pick up on things that other people might not necessarily. But I can't even remember who, but I feel like there were some people who didn't quite believe us because it started out as a joke. But I didn't watch you guys and thought maybe you were dating. It came to me as a fact. Yeah. It's so funny. But like, not you, but like you, meaning you in general, like people, you can't deny the vibe we got going, But, and also, I kind of wish I could, one day I should go back and watch some of those broadcasts, of me, because I think they're private, but I think they're on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Maybe, they may. But I should go back and watch some of them. And, like, it'd be, oh my god, those were so long. Like, the broadcasts were so long, though, I'd have to, like, just let it play and listen to it and wait for a part where I'm like, oh, Rachel, hi. Didn't see you there. Didn't see you come in. Or, and watch for all the times I brought up all of the gay things that I possibly could when Rachel was in broadcast. Because, I'm sure it was painfully obvious. And even when I was doing it, I knew I was doing it, and I knew that was why I was doing it, because I wanted so desperately, I guess, for her to be like, oh yeah, relatable. And then that one time she was like, she literally said, Carly, do you want me to be gay? And I was like, I mean, if you, I mean, you know, I do tend to like people who are gay. If you want to be. Oh, I about died when she said that. Oh my god. But part of me, yeah, I do. Oh man. I was. I still cannot believe she said that. Because she's really not very direct. You know? I mean, she can be with some stuff, but that's kind of not that. I'm surprised that she said that. It was kind of forward. Um, you know? I don't know. I did that with the captured moments when I were at VidCon. Ah. But after you announced that Riley is a thing, it was super obvious. Mm. You were so cute with that beginning times of crushing and all the blushing. Yeah, I did do a lot of blushing. I blush very easily. Um, very easily. I blush in therapy all the time when we're not even talking about anything that is worth blushing over. Like, if I get mad, I blush. If I get embarrassed, obviously I blush. If I get anxious, sometimes I blush. So I blush a lot in therapy. It's pretty crazy. You still do the blushing thing now? No? No, can you tell? With all this lighting, can you actually tell? And yeah, I do still do the blushing thing. That's for sure. Sometimes I do the blushing thing when I'm talking to Rachel. Like, I mean, I don't know, whatever. Did you end up not moving? You were gonna move houses, right? Yeah, I was gonna move houses. And no, I did not move. But we are gonna have to move this year, for sure. I don't know when, but before the end of the year, unless something changes, but it doesn't seem like it's going to. Out in the house. How can you date a girl when she's not gay or bi? Of course she wanted it. I mean, that's true. That's real true. And then I just remember, I don't know. Whatever, it was fun. But yes, I do still do the blushing thing. I think like a couple weeks ago, or a week and a half ago when I Al. That's Al's cactus. That, oh wait, wrong way. That looks like, doesn't that cactus sticker look like Al? Maybe it's because I know her on a different level, but it really looks like Al. Like, if she had a fake mustache on, a green shirt, a sombrero, and her shades, and went like this, that would be Al. You know? I'm lost in this conversation, so I'm gonna go to bed. We're talking about, I mean, that's fine, but we're talking about my girlfriend and how we got together. And how I was dropping all the hints, and all that. Because I didn't know if she, you know, if it was even a possibility. Because, like, it's a thing. It is a very real thing that, like, when you are gay or any form of queer, you, like, you know, fall for straight people. It's like a thing that happens. So I didn't even know. Oh, hang on. Oh my god. She's doing something today. And she's been there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Have an excellent night, and I will say hello again. Aight, Scorpion, thanks for hanging out, yo. I hope you sleep well, dude. It also happens the other way, being straight and liking a gay guy. Oh, that's true. That's true. It is... Wait, I think I missed what happens. Oh yeah, all the girls magically turn gay when they meet me. They oddly don't magically turn gay when they meet me. Although it did work that one time. Doo-doo-ch. That was the joke. Hence the drum roll. Anyway. It is so cute when you talk about Riley. You blush and giggle. No, I don't. What you talking about, Willis? I'm cool as a cucumber. How cool is a cucumber, though? Did the piercings in your ears work for the migraines? They did. They actually really helped. Cool as a cucumber. Do you guys not have that saying? Cool as a cucumber with blush on. I do this in therapy now. I wear my sweatshirt and it's got like a thick, like collar, a wide collar on it, and I go like this. And hide my face. I'm gonna say it in Dutch from now on. You should. You totally should. Maybe I will make friends. Maybe. And maybe they'll be as cool as cucumber. But yeah, they actually did, the piercings actually did help. Did I tell you that I had I don't know if I posted it online about it, but I had this like really, really, really weird ear infection condition. I developed oral perichondritis in my ears, and as a result, it can happen well, it wasn't really an infection per se, it was from the trauma of because you can get it from bacteria, you can get it from, like, when you get a piercing, you can get it from that, from bacteria getting in the piercing. It's also caused by trauma to the ear, and that is most likely what caused mine. And my ears swelled up, and I had like freaking Dumbo ears. It was crazy. And I had to take steroids and antibiotics, and it was not fun. I absolutely hated the steroids. I was about to Hulk out on some MFers, or anyone. But anyway, did your body want to work it right out of you? I mean, my ears were going crazy. This has been an interesting, hasn't it? We talked about my crazy ex-best friend. We've had who was that guy? What was his name? Rahulio. I did have roid rage. Angie even told me I had roid rage. We've been talking about drums. We've been talking about Gatorade. We've been talking about hookers on the internet. We've been talking about phones. We've been talking about my girlfriend. Rarely. We've been talking about Rarely. We've been talking about anniversaries, memories, the Bible. Yes, Mal Rain being psychic. Um, roid rage, planes, Barbara Bush died. Uh, we've been talking about Kwee flying to Chi-Town, or also known as Chicagoland. Oh, he should see a Cub game. I don't think baseball. Maybe he does. I don't know. We've never talked about it that I'm aware of. He likes football. Rain got a pee. But yeah, what's it called? Oh, perichondritis, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Perichondritis. I think that's how you spell it. I think that was what it's called. It might be the wrong thing. But anyway, I actually, an instance where Google, like, I know everybody's like, you're not supposed to, you shouldn't Google your symptoms because then you're just going to scare yourself. You should just go to the doctor or whatever. Yeah, I get it. I know. However, if I had not Googled my symptoms, Mr. Beauty, what up? If I had not Googled my symptoms and found out that, like, what I thought it could be in my ears, what I thought could be wrong with my ears, and had seen how serious it can be if you don't get it treated, then I might not have gone to the doctor. And I was really sick. I had a fever and all that. But anyway, after all that healed, they did help with my migraines. I still get migraines, but not as frequently, and they don't seem as bad when I get them. So I would say overall, hashtag worth it. Is that what causes your hearing loss? No, I always Google too, for sure. I am on the Google train, absolutely. I Google way more than I should. Yeah, I know I should. Actually, I Google so much that my therapist sent me a video she sent me a video that said, it was some guy, what's his name? Z-Dog MD. I really like him, but he was talking about how you shouldn't go down the Google hole if you're not a professional. But I do all the time. WebMD Symptom Checker is like, one of my best friends. I like him too. Yeah, I've only watched 2 of his live streams, but I do like him. Use WebMD Symptom Checker. I love WebMD Symptom Checker. It's wonderful. Hearing loss can be genetics. It can. It does run in my family, but it also might be Meniere's disease or whatever. I don't know, because I've been told, oh, it's probably Meniere's, and then I've been told, no way it's Meniere's, and then I've been told, we don't know if it's Meniere's. So, they've never, actually told me, so whatever. It runs in boys in my family, not girls. Interesting. My mom, she's got some hearing loss. What consistency? I know, right? Malrain is back. My mom has some hearing loss. And with me, it's worse in my left ear than in my right ear. And my hearing loss is not in the higher pitches, it's in the lower pitches. Lower frequencies. So, that is, from my understanding, consistent with Meniere's disease. So, I might have Meniere's, but yeah, I don't think my dad had any hearing loss that I'm aware of. If he did, he didn't notice. Or didn't say anything. But yeah, I have a hearing test within reach. This was from a while ago. Right. Gotta make sure this doesn't have, private information on it. My hearing test. So, these are the lower pitches, right? and so I'm like down 50 decibels. Or wait, the decibels? Yeah, 50 decibels. Oops. I love how I just have that right there. I just found that the other day, actually. Tubes can cause hearing loss too. Did you ever have tubes? I did have tubes. Not when I was a kid. I had tubes. I got tubes put in when I was, however old I was when in 2012. September 7th or 9th, 2012. It was a Friday. And I had so many ear infections from allergies. Turns out I was allergic to mold. I am allergic to mold. And my, my air conditioning unit / heating unit in my on-campus apartment at college was infected with mold. Black mold. And we didn't know it. And then my mom came to visit, and she was like, oh, you might need to clean your filter. Last time you cleaned it. And I was like, what filter? So she opened the air conditioning unit, and we found mold, and it was everywhere. So we had to call, and there was a vent blowing into my room, and I sat right next to the air conditioning unit / the heater when I sat out in the living room. And so I had to call maintenance, of course, and tell them like, oh, hi, I think I have mold in my air conditioning unit. So they came to replace it, and they had to take the entire thing out. Apparently this wasn't a filter that needed to be changed. Like, you were supposed to clean it, but I think there ended up not being a filter in it. Like, the maintenance people just didn't have one in there. I don't even know. So I guess there was like no filter, and it was infested with mold, and they had to take the whole unit out, and they had to apparently the mold had spread to the apartment below us. So then they had to do work below us, and then the people below us were so pissed at us, and we were like, be pissed at the school, it's not our fault. And we had a huge hole in our wall where the air conditioning unit was, like, for hours. And then overnight, they covered it up, but it was pretty crazy. It's dangerous. It is dangerous, especially when you're allergic to mold. I'm only level 1 allergic, but apparently that was enough to give me ear infections. When you survived to tell this, it's so crazy. I know. I was treated for 28 ear infections in a year and 5 months, I believe. 28 ear infections, I believe, was the number. Yes, 28 ear infections. And that doesn't include the times when I had bronchitis or upper respiratory infections. I had pneumonia one time. And sinus infections, you name it. But I can't tell you how many times, like, it took me, I had to go to 3 ENTs, 3 ear, nose, and throat doctors, otolaryngologists, for them to tell me that there is something wrong with my ears. I was like, are you kidding me? I went to the first one. He came in, literally looked in my ears, and said, well, your ears are fine. And I was like, okay, but they're not infected right now. I've just had this many ear infections in this amount of time. And he was like, I highly doubt you even had any. Or no, wait. Hey, Fleur, what's up? He put his hands right here and said, open your jaw. So I opened my jaw, and he said, you have TMJ. That's your problem. And I was like, I know I have TMJ. I wrote that down in my chart or on my paper. I know I have TMJ. And he was like, I highly doubt you even had any ear infections. And I was like, okay, then why did the campus health center give me antibiotics 28 times in the last year and a half? And he literally, that was it. That was literally it. And yeah, I was not thrilled. Not thrilled at all. If I wanted someone to tell me that I had TMJ, I could have called my mom and saved $20. And then I was so mad. I said I wanted to see a different doctor. And when I went to schedule, oh no, he wanted me to schedule a follow-up appointment. So I went to schedule the follow-up appointment, and the lady there was like, the lady that worked at the desk was like, I don't know why he had you schedule an appointment for then. He's not even going to work here in a couple weeks. And I was like, are you kidding me? So that's why he didn't care about my ears, because he's already got one foot out the door. I was just like, are you kidding me? So I made a different appointment, or another appointment with a different doctor. And I came to see him and had to wait so long, but he got a CT scan of my head and found out that I have a deviated septum, which I have a crooked nose, so that makes sense. And he was like, doesn't look like there's anything wrong with your ears right now. But he believed me, at least, so that was nice. He was very nice. He was an old man. And then he thought that maybe my ear pain was being caused by my occipital nerve. So he was like, I want to block off your occipital nerve and see if that helps. And I was like, okay. So the next thing I know, he pulls out a needle. The needle was about this long. I am not even kidding. It's the longest needle I have ever seen in person. And he sticks it in the back of my head. I don't even know where he put it. I mean, like, I know he put it right behind here, like right behind my ear, but it hurt so bad. He stuck it in my head. I mean, it was that long. I don't know where he put it, other than in my head somewhere. And when he stuck that in, I was like, ow. I mean, I don't even think I said ow. I was just like, ah. And he started going, shh, like trying to soothe me. It was awful. I mean, he was very nice, but it was horrible. And, you're the only one I can watch for this long. Well, thank you. But I was like, oh my, it was awful. It was awful. So thank you for capturing a moment. I would freak out. Yeah, I was not. Stop your shouting. I mean, yeah, pretty much. It was nuts. Also, he was an old, like I told you, he was an old man, but he was one of those doctors. He was old, okay? He wore one of those things around his head with the silver thing up top. You know what I'm talking about? It's got that, like, silver dial, and it's got, like, a leather belt around his head. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, no. Do you know what I'm talking about? A mind lamp. I mean, it wasn't a mind lamp. It is old school, right? I mean, I was like, gonna walk into, that was like Dr. Frankenstein or something. It's not even a lamp. It's like a reflective thing. It's flat. And it's like a brown leather belt strap around his forehead. And then it's got this, like, metal reflective thing. Yes, a silver dish. There you go. And I was, when he walked in with that thing on his head, I was like, excuse me? What you gonna do with that, sir? But he was very nice. I could tell it to me. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, he pretty much was. But so anyway, but he again tells me that like he believed that I had ear infections, but he's like, your ears are not infected now. And I was like, I know that they're not infected now, but I still have ear pain. Like I do have a lot of ear pain even when they're not infected. Um, so that's why he blocked off my occipital nerve and circus dying for laughter. Um, you gonna have cheek abs. Um, oh shit. Uh, cheek abs. Would anyone like to explain to me what the heck is a cheek ab? Thank you for inviting your fans, Merch Dog. Cheek abs. Like a six pack for your face. From laughing. Anyway, I'm quoting my own Instagram stories. What was it? Oh yeah, so then, but I get so, frustrated and ab on your cheek. But I got so frustrated. I was grateful that he was nice and took his time. Probably too much time. I think I was there for 3 hours. It was insane. Uh, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, but I was so frustrated that they were like, because the primary care doctor kept telling me, I think you need ear tubes. I think you need ear tubes. I think you need ear tubes. And I was like, I think you're probably right. Uh, so then I got frustrated, so I went back to the on-campus doctor, and I was like, I don't know what to do, because you people would not have given me this many antibiotics if I didn't genuinely have infected ears. And I'm pretty sure I saw a doctor and two different nurse practitioners within that health uh, center, and they all seemed pretty competent, and they all thought that my ears were infected. So, and then one time I woke up, and anytime my ears were killing me, and anytime I blew my nose or coughed, it felt like my eardrums were like gonna burst. And I went to the on-campus health clinic that day. I didn't even have to be bribed. Usually my roommates had to like force me to go. Like they would literally say they would literally say, come on, come on, you need to go to the doctor. And I'm like, I'm fine, I'll go to the doctor and we'll take you to Taco Bell. They're like, we'll drive you to the doctor and then wait for you, and then we'll take you to Taco Bell afterwards. And I was like, okay, I'll go. So they would have to bribe me with Taco Bell or some other treat. But anyway, so I went to the campus health center, and I was like, okay, I've been to 2 ENTs, and they both tell me that like my ears are fine, and I don't need ear tubes, or I don't need whatever, you know. And so they found me another ENT who was a different facility, and then his name was Dr. Chaco, but he was younger and apparently, great things. So I go in there on, I think, a Monday or a Tuesday. And he's like, oh, well, I think you might have Meniere's disease. And also, I think you need ear tubes. And I was like, it was like, oh, I was so thrilled. Not that he was like, you might have Meniere's disease and also you need ear tubes, but just that somebody was like willing to help, not stick needles in my, head, cranium, whatever. And then I think I went in on a Monday maybe, and then Friday I had ear tubes, and I woke up from surgery. I had ear tube surgery, and I woke up from surgery. Best nap I've ever had in my life. Took like 30 minutes. They did not use general anesthesia, so I was just like sedatives, and then you're out, and then you wake up, and then that's it. And you don't feel sick from the anesthesia and all that stuff. And I woke up and I could hear, and it was phenomenal. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, and I had a bunch of cotton in my ears, but I could still hear. I could still hear better than I could before the surgery. And he said that they got like a lot of gunk out. they drained my ears, and yeah, so I had ear tubes in. And then the next day, I could take or maybe even later that night, I could take the gauze out. But the next day, I went outside, beginning of September. It was really nice weather. And I hear this noise, and I was like, and I look up, and I see the leaves on the trees rustling in the wind. And I was like, that's what they sound like? It's like I was hearing it for the first time. It was amazing. I love that. I love that. I'm serious. There are indentations behind both ears. Oh, I have those. I just discovered I have permanent indentation in my head from where my glasses sit. I do too. I absolutely do. Yeah, man. I'll show you mine the next time we hang out in person. Anesthesia notes for days. Was it scary? Was the ear surgery scary? No. It was, I'd had major surgery before, and this was not major surgery, so you look so different without glasses. I know, I don't like the way I look without glasses at all. Full disclosure. And also, if I don't have my glasses on, you can see my, like, the dark circles around my eyes. You are not Carly without glasses. I agree. I absolutely agree. I do not like the way so many people, like, throughout my life, because I've had glasses since I was in 3rd grade, and so many people throughout my life have said, like, when you get older, like, you know, get contacts because your eyes are so pretty. Like, I remember my family, like, some of my distant relatives saying that when I was a kid, and I was like, okay. And I've never had contacts. I don't want contacts at all. Such a cute story about me being able to hear the leaves rustling. What color eyes you got? They brown. They brown. I'm a brown-eyed girl. I want different glasses. What kind of glasses you want? I think I'm gonna forever sport glasses like this. But, well, I can't even have, like, wire glasses. I don't want them anyway. Just because I think these are more, this style is more me. The plastic nerdy look. But yeah. I'm gonna have to try them on. Touche. That's true. That's real true. Jen in the house, what's going on? Also, I love how it's 2 a.m. and I've had more viewers. I have more viewers now than I have had for most of the night. I had 10 at one point. But, but yeah. It was really disappointing though when I couldn't hear as well after that. You get used to it, you know? Oh, we're not too shabby. Thank you for asking. Talking about permanent indentations in our skulls from where our glasses have sat for years. Isn't it weird? I'm just surprised they're still on when I woke up. It's been 2 hours, 15 minutes. Remember that ear tube I have in my ear? It's gone now, correct? Or did I make that up? Pretty sure it's gone though. Yes. Excellent. I mean, see, I could hear better when I had my tubes. But I suppose after a certain point, especially if they get clogged or something, or they're not functional, then that could definitely result in that. Yeah, I could hear better. I mean, it literally is a hole in your drum, so it like eliminates the filter. But but right at first, when I had the surgery, they got all that gunk out of my ears, and so I could hear really well because of that, partially. Thank you for the 10 likes. Thank you for the other 10 likes. Like. Good night, y'all. Good night, Al. Love you, girl. Sleep well. Give Kwee a hug for me. And if he snores, you have my permission to smack him. Gently. Not across the face or nothing, but like in the shoulder area. That's okay. You can do that. I love that. That will forever. That's your sticker. Jen, thank you for the applause. That's your sticker. Ah. But yeah. I'm tired. I didn't sleep super great. I even tried to take a nap earlier because I didn't feel well. Every time I see a cactus in Arizona, I'll think of Al now. Yeah. My sister had a cactus tattooed on her. I have 2 cacti. I have 13 cacti. Malrain wins the cacti contest. I'm not a big cacti guy. I have 2, 3. Well, I have 3 spider plants and 1 really big cactus and 1. I took a start off of 1 and it's like still technically alive. It's just not flourishing. I named them Dylan and Lisa. Interesting. My spider plant used to have a name when I lived in Evansville, but that was a different plant. It's from the same parent plant, but this one doesn't have a name, unless I just want to name it George, like the other one, Mask Face. Thank you for becoming a fan. I appreciate that. Actually, my cactus is in bloom. I think the bloom's about to fall off, but this is one of my cactus. This is the big cactus. Look how big it is. Here's the bloom. What about Georgie? No. See, I don't really want to do that because, well, I just didn't really want. Well, also it's too close to Georgia. And I'd feel weird naming my cactus Georgia or anything, you know. But doesn't bloom succulent, yeah. It blooms. It's more like a succulent. Yeah, it's technically a succulent. Christmas cactus is technically a succulent. It blooms when you don't give it water for a long time. Yeah, and then I made the mistake of watering it the other day. And I knew that. I knew that if you water it, then the blooms fall off, but whatever. It's not supposed to bloom this time of year anyway. It's supposed to bloom around Christmas, which is why it's called a Christmas cactus. Even though it's technically a Christmas succulent. But, yeah. So you're supposed to, with cacti, or at least with Christmas cactuses, you're supposed to, apparently, according to my grandma, who is super into, used to be anyway, she loves, like, plants and all that jazz, and has a really green thumb, but has always told me that supposed to, with Christmas cactuses, you're supposed to, I know it's cacti, I like cactuses better, you're supposed to water them, and then a little, and then you're not supposed to water them again until the dirt is dry. So that's what I do with mine. If you water it too much, it explodes. It rips open. That happened to my neon orange cactus. Interesting. But, yeah. Falling into a cactus is painful, by the way. I mean, I imagine it would be. My mind went to bits of cactus all over the place. I have a friend who broke her foot on a cactus when she got lost in the desert. She literally got lost in the desert and almost died. I think I've told this story before, maybe. It was out in Nevada, something, maybe Arizona. I don't actually remember where it was. We don't even have a desert here, I'm jealous. The only desert I've been to is Odessa, Texas. And I have to say, it was awesome. What are your thoughts on gravity? What goes up must come down. Just saying hi. Turn to the bed. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. Cacti are going to take over the world. They very well could. I cannot wait to go back to Texas whenever that happens. Except there was a plane incident today. Excuse me. There was a plane flying from... Did you guys hear about this? There was a plane flying from New York to Dallas, Texas. And it was a Southwest Airlines plane. And that is the same airline. That's the only airline that Al flies with. And therefore, I flew that airline when I went to Texas, and I flew to Dallas on a Southwest plane. Very similar. It could have literally been the same plane I was on. I mean, I feel that's unlikely. It's not probable, but it's possible. Hey, we featured in random. But yeah, one of their engines failed or exploded. mid-flight, and they had to make an emergency landing. And a woman got partially sucked out of the plane, but pulled back in by passengers, which, oh my god, Texas girl, hey, yes, Texas forever, Texas forever, Texas forever. My hats, they smell good. They smell like my perfume. So anyway, did she lose any of her body parts? I don't know. Somebody died. Chuck Norris forever. Yes! What up, Walker, Texas Ranger reference? Literally, my first morning in Texas, I got woken up by the Walker, Texas Ranger theme song. It's a true story. Carly fact, her head smells good. Oh man. Rachel thinks I smell good because I sprayed some of that stuff on that shirt when I mailed her that shirt. Excuse me. 11 viewers. You. 11 is my favorite number. Someone died. I heard someone died. I heard one person died. So who do you think will win in a fight, Norris and Bruce Lee? I'm just gonna say Chuck Norris. For funsies. Carrie Fisher had a heart attack on a plane. I think she died days later. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I believe that that is accurate. Very patriotic. Word. Excuse me, I'm tired. I guess I should probably get going. Does that make you not want to go on a plane? Kind of. It makes me kind of tired because, you know. Do you have Insta? I do. It's the same as this. How do you feel about snakes on a plane? I would not want a snake on a plane. At all. The revolution of random topics in this broadcast beat every random broadcast out there. Well, thank you for that. I mean, we're pretty random. We're a pretty random bunch, us Rain Bros. I'm going on a Southwest flight on May 2nd. I mean, Southwest Airlines is the only plane that the only airline that Al will with. Or the only one, if she can help, wants to fly with Southwest. And I don't blame her. Like, after flying, I flew on, 5 planes this past, or 4 planes. 4 planes? 4 planes. This past November, when I went to go visit Al. And, it was great. It was the best flight experience. Well, one time I flew first class on Delta Airlines on an international flight, and that was pretty amazing. But I haven't been on a plane in years. I had not been on a plane in almost 10 years until November. I've never been on a plane. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. I love it. I was anxious to do it in November. Excuse me, but I knew once we got up in the air, I'd be fine, and I was. It was fun. Well, I did start getting a little dizzy when we turned. Welcome back, Mal Rain. I have phobia and even nightmares about being in a crash. Yeah, it is scary, but I've never been on a plane. It's pretty awesome. I love it. Nicest airline crew. Yeah, Southwest Airlines, that's something that I noticed. The flight attendants were funny. They were really funny. They were so nice, so friendly. The pilot was funny. It was cool, and the planes were so clean. I really, really, really liked them. And you get to pick your seats. And yeah, I just really liked it. I fly Southwest as much as I can control, which is almost always. Yeah. I love it. But I mean, really, that kind of thing could happen to any airplane on any airline. And I feel like Southwest has a pretty good record, and it could have been, it's horrible that happened, and that I'm pretty sure someone died, and that's horrible. But it could have been much worse. Better record than most. Yeah. Actually, I just saw this show last night. It was something to do on TV. It was something to do with Allegiant Airlines and basically how horrible they are. And I didn't even watch the whole show, but after hearing the little bits that I did, I will never fly with Allegiant. Last time I was on a plane, I asked a guy dressed like a pilot if he was a pilot, and he said no, I just pretend to be. Was it the guy for Me If You Can? Was that the guy? Southwest is the funny airline, right? Yeah, they were really funny. The flight attendants told jokes, and it was funny. They can't be as horrible as United Airlines. I don't know, but Allegiant, I guess they've had, basically they keep their planes running, all the time in order to turn a profit, which obviously you want to turn a profit, but they talked about how many months that they had that they, every month they had made a profit, and it was a huge profit, and which is not necessarily a good thing. Obviously they want to make money, that's the whole objective, but at what cost, though? They've had more incidents and engine failures, and they interviewed people, passengers on planes that flew Allegiant, and how as soon as they lifted off of the runway, one of the engines exploded, and it was crazy. It was nuts. And I can't even remember. Basically, they don't keep up with maintenance or inspections or whatever. It's just, they're horrible. I'm gonna eat breakfast in the backyard. I'll take my phone with me. Very nice. People say the same about Ryanair. Yay, we moving to Malrain's house. He flew the plane and didn't crash, so if he was a fake pilot, he was great. Gotcha. Oh man. We have a great back. The lounge set and a hammock. Ooh, I love hammocks. And a normal table with a bench and chairs. Sounds nice. Rather picturesque. For some reason that word was hard to say. Picturesque. Oh man. Alright, y'all. I think I'm gonna have to go. Because I keep yawning. I'm really tired. I got really, really upset earlier. And I, like, it feels better now, but I haven't eaten in a long time because my stomach's been so upset. It still feels uneasy, but I feel like I can eat something gentle on my stomach, so I think I'm gonna go do that and then possibly get ready for bed, even though I'm waiting for somebody to get done with their busy day, their official business, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna have to go to bed relatively soon-ish. I should go to bed. Rarely. I don't know what you're talking about. Just kidding, I totally know what you're talking about, and I ship it. Duh. Of course I ship my own relation. Anyway. Alright, I will... Yeah, it's been fun. It's been real. Like, really. I've enjoyed this. So anyway, I will catch you on the flip side. Talk at you later. Peace out, yo. I will totally say hi to Rachel for you.